You're normally faultless, so we'll let you off this one slight slip up.
Just got off the plane, sir.
That's fair enough, we'll let you off, Straight from Dallas. Talking of Dallas, what a card we had last week at the College Park Arena in Dallas, unification fight between Jose Ramirez and Maurice Hooker. Absolute honour to promote that fight. One of the best fights I've seen live. And I know the young gentleman in front of me, Robbie Davis Jr., watching that fight, constantly messaging me, telling me he wants those guys, and it won't be long before he's in with those. NXTGEN started out as sort of real small ball affairs, really. You know, we used to pop to the York Hall, we'd have maybe an English title fight, and an 8-rounder, and a couple of other 6 and 4-rounders. Now they've turned into proper shows within themselves. Ticket sales, fantastic for this event, as we'd expect from you guys in Liverpool, but also some really good, important fights on this card. And I'm really pleased that certain people are stepping up into proper fights to test themselves and progress themselves. When you look at the main event, Anthony Fowler against Brian Rose, I love the fight. I mean, so much narrative in that fight where Brian was originally going to be fighting Scott Fitzgerald. Of course, Anthony Fowler fought Scott Fitzgerald in one of the fights of the year. Brian Rose, former Lonsdale belt holder outright, fought for the world title, looking to extend that great career and carry on in these big championship fights. Anthony Fowler, massive pressure on him in this fight. Came up short, as I said, in a great fight against Scott Fitzgerald. Now, absolutely must win for Anthony Fowler on Saturday night. David talks about the little lever, meat cleaver, Jack Cullen. I do think that is the greatest nickname. But this fight, for me, is a fascinating fight. And when you talk about people stepping up, people taking fights, when I spoke to Steve Wood about Jack Cullen, originally scheduled to fight Felix Cash, that wasn't a problem, accepted it straight away. How about John Harlan Jr.? No problem. Spoke to John Harlan Jr., Dillian White and his team, no problem. Straight in for that fight. These are the opportunities for fighters like Jack Cullen and John Harlan Jr., where you just progress to a whole nother level. You win this fight on Saturday night, you are back on the TV again, you are back in championship fights. This is a life-changing moment for both of those two guys in this fight. Sean McGoldrick against Thomas Asomba, great fight. And again, the absolute perfect fight and perfect timing for Sean McGoldrick to show us where he is right now. Amateur pedigree, fantastic. Former Commonwealth Games gold medalist, linked up now with Jamie Moore and Nigel Travis is out there, Nigel, how you doing? And again, Asomba, time and time again, testing himself against all these top young fighters coming through. That is a great fight to see exactly where Sean McGoldrick is. Robbie Davis Jr., been a revelation in the 140-pound division. Since that rematch victory, where he put that right, moved on, Glenfoot in Newcastle, Joe Hughes in Liverpool, found himself in the top 10 in the world rankings now. This is a fight for him to get out before he's in major fights, major fights in the back end of 2019. Lewis Ritson, of course, and talked to him at a funeral today, but Robbie Davis Jr., Lewis Ritson is definitely a fight I want to make, but I know that Robbie Davis Jr. wants to be in the big championship fights, and what a time for the division. Hooker Ramirez at the weekend, Pro Gray against Taylor coming up in another unification fight. So many other big fights to make at 140 pounds as well. David mentioned our latest heavyweight signing. Hughie Fury was our latest heavyweight signing. They're happening every couple of days at the moment. But Martin Bakole, welcome to the team. Martin Bakole, we have watched our hundreds and hundreds of rounds with Anthony Joshua. This is a world-class heavyweight. We know he went into the Hunter fight, not quite how he should have been, but still an epic fight against Michael Hunter. Came back with a big win against Marius Wack in his backyard, stopping him. Billy Nelson has officially driven me mental about Martin Bakole over the last years. And actually sometimes I think fighters don't see the work that managers and trainers put in behind the scenes. And without Billy Nelson phoning me 6 times a day, repeatedly, for 10 months of my life, we wouldn't be here today. So Martin, I know he probably gets on your nerves, like he gets on all our nerves, but let me tell you, he believes in you, and without him, you wouldn't be sitting here today, because he's relentlessly pestered me for you to come out. But you're here not just because Billy drove me mad, because you are a world-class heavyweight. And You start on Friday night in Liverpool, and then you move on to all the guys who we're representing in the heavyweight division. Look at them: Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk, Dillian White, Hughie Fury, Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora, Alexander Povetkin, Takam, Gassiev, Hunter. The list goes on and on and on. All those fights are now there for you in the division. John Doherty, one of the most exciting young prospects I've seen right now in the sport. Coming through, great amateur, did exceptionally well in Commonwealth Games. Somehow has turned himself into a ferocious puncher. This man, the best word to describe this man, is violent. You are violent, John. You are. And there's something in your eyes when you get in that ring. You are so exciting to watch because all you want to do is knock people out. And again, next step for you, fingers crossed for a big Glasgow show in September, which we're working on, and then you'll be back there. Thomas Whittaker-Hart, again, a guy, exceptional amateur career, part of the GB squad, supposed to box in Manchester. Apologies, you've had to keep a little bit patient, Tom, but you'll be back now, fighting as regularly as possible. Tony Bellew, massive believer in Tom Whittaker-Hart, as are all the GB coaches, all the GB team. A big night for him, again, boxing in his home city. Dylan Evans, anytime Anthony Crolla wants a favour from me, he's got it. He's there, see his cheeky little smile. And again, it's not just a favour because he trains Dylan Evans, but it's a favour because he believes that this is a quality young fighter. So to see Anthony involved in the other side of the ropes is great to see. And I believe there's one or two more stops on his career yet, but to see what he's putting back in the sport, not just with Dylan, but with young fighters in the Northwest, you know, he deserves a lot of credit for that because he loves the sport. And I'm excited just to see him in the corner on Friday night, see those nerves registering for Anthony Crolla as a coach. And we look forward, Dylan, to seeing you on the show. Kez Ashfaq, this is the perfect fight for you at this time. People worry about moving too fast. When you've got the amateur pedigree of someone like Kez Ashfaq, when you've got the skills of someone like Kez Ashfaq, you don't need to wait for fights like this. You will look better and better in fights like this. Early on in his career, fighting the journeyman, looked good, not amazing because these guys are running around the ring, they don't really suit his style. All of a sudden you step him up, as we did last time out, big test, coasted through. It was the performance of his career so far. And in the fight with Sean Davis, I expect to see exactly the same thing. Sean Davis from Birmingham, been in championship fights, boxed Gamaliel Fire on a big TV card, coming to win. Kez Ashfaq will shine in fights like this, and this is a perfect fight again to show us where he's at in terms of title contention. Before we go to the top table, I'll speak to all these guys. Tom, we'll start with you. A bit frustrated, been out probably a little bit longer than you would have wanted. Good performance in Liverpool last time out. Now back in your home city to make it another victory on the roster.
Yeah, I was gutted about the show in Manchester, but probably worked out better for me now getting to fight back in my own city. So I'm happy a little bit that I got called, but just about putting on a good performance now on Friday night.
What did you learn from that debut? Was it everything you expected? Was it tougher than you thought? I mean, it's a good performance. The guy was tough, wasn't he? Hung in there.
Yeah, he hung in, like I've done a few times. It was good to not get him out of there, but it was all just a good experience for me really, and being a floater and that, waiting around all day and that, but come through the fight easy, so it was good night, good experience.
Thanks, Tom. Dylan, obviously you're supposed to be on that Manchester show as well. Back now, another opportunity on a TV card. Looking forward to Friday night.
Yeah, obviously it was a devil the Manchester card fell through because it's every Manchester lad's dream to fight at the end. But yeah, I'm grateful to Matt Jewman for getting me on this show, and looking forward to putting on a big performance.
What's it like working with Crolla? I can't imagine he ever tells anyone off.
No, he does. He's still got a nasty side to him, but yeah, it's good. I know he's been through everything through his career, so I can only gain top experience from him and picking more and more up each day.
Look forward to seeing action on Friday night. Kez, again, now approaching the fights that you can really start getting your teeth into, guys that are genuinely coming to try and beat you.
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, this kid on Friday will come to fight. I think that suits me perfectly. I think he'll walk onto everything, and Liverpool been good to me. I won my second senior year out there. I've boxed here plenty of times. I've not lost, so touch wood, you know. We don't lose on Friday and we get an excellent performance and an excellent win.
Once you beat Touchwood, someone like Sean Davis, really not far away now from sort of English and British title eliminators and Commonwealth titles, as you've seen a lot of your teammates do quite quickly. So really get the win on Friday, then start thinking about titles in 2019.
Yeah, definitely without doubt. I want to follow the same footsteps and I'm ready to do it.
Doc, the violent man from Aberdeen, by Newcastle. What is it you, when I first met you, you didn't seem this violent. You know, it's just that each victory, you become more and more vicious in that ring. And it just is genuinely your aim now to excite and to force a stoppage. How have you enjoyed the experience so far in the pro ranks?
Yeah, I'm eager on a good show. Going that ring, I'm looking for the knockout, and on Friday night I'll be looking for my best knockout yet. But yeah, I'm looking forward to boxing Liverpool. I've never boxed in Liverpool, so yeah, I'm looking forward to finding a big knockout.
You've had some good experience boxing all over the UK, also on one of our Italian shows as well. Pleased with your start to the pro ranks, and how long do you think before you start stepping up the rounds and the opposition as well?
As I said before in interviews and that, I'm ready now. I feel like I'm ready, but it's just up to my coach Tony and yourself ready. But I'm ready to fight these boys now. I think I'm British title level just now. Never mind in a few months' time, but it's whenever you think I'm ready.
John, look forward to watching on Friday. Do not miss John Doherty. Martin, welcome. It's good to see you, and good to see you performing in Liverpool on Friday. Excited to get going.
Yeah, thank you. Firstly, I want to thank my God, and thank you much for welcoming me to the team, and thank my coach, Nelson, AJ, for helping me with this. So I'm looking forward for Friday night. I want to look 100% okay, so Hedy can put me in next show in Reiki in Glasgow. I'm so excited to be in Sky Sport live, and I can't wait for Friday night.
Good, well done Martin, we can't wait to see you perform as well. Robbie, back in Liverpool, of course, great win for you against Joe Hughes last time, British and European title, but with all due respect to those belts, really you're looking beyond that now, and when you look at the world scene, really are banging on the door of contention late 2019, 2020.
Yeah, it's great to be back in Liverpool. Another chance to show everyone what I can do. All these unification fights coming back at the 140 pound division, that's the mix I want to be in. I feel like I've paid my dues with the British, Commonwealth, European, and I'm looking more now for world eliminators to push into that world scene, and that's my main goal now. Like, I was ready to fight for September, but then the show's been moved to a quicker one here in August. That's why I'm just having a take-over fight to keep busy. But looking for a big fight towards the end of the year. But we all know who didn't show up. Just basically just waiting to see what comes next. Friday night I'm looking to put on a performance and get a big KO in.
Obviously it is, as you say, a tick-over fight. Every fight is dangerous, but important as well to look good. And sometimes the pressure's really on looking good in these fights. People are talking about you being in world contention, you know, for titles. So important to not overlook anything on Friday night and to look good and make a statement as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'll never look over any opponent just for the respect for the actual opponent, whoever he is, whatever level. Especially when the goals are got in front of me, I can't afford any slip-ups or banana skins at this stage. So I'm fully focused on the job on Friday night, but hopefully come through this with flying colours, and then hopefully a big one will be made for September or October.
It will be for sure. Thomas, welcome. You fight all these top guys, top young amateurs. You ready to fight on Friday night?
Firstly, just want to say thank you for this opportunity. I'm looking for Friday.
Good, thank you, Thomas. Sean, I love these fights because, like, no disrespect to you and a lot of these young kids that we're bringing through, we have to give them those early fights. Those fights are called gimme fights. People like Anthony Fowler will tell you, those fights at the beginning of your career, enjoy them. You know, when you come out and you stop time in a round or 2 rounds and you don't get touched once, enjoy those nights. Now we're stepping up, now we're in the danger levels against someone like Thomas Asomba. And I feel like you're ready for this challenge, you're excited to be in a fight where you do have that risk as well.
Yeah, definitely. You know, this type of fight is really got me excited, and I'm probably looking forward to this one more than any of my others. So really excited for it. It's a great fight, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Seeing Asomba time and time again, Commonwealth champion, you know, fighting those guys always brings action. Style should gel very well in this fight, and of course, first title fight.
Yeah, it's my first title fight again, which is you know, a massive thing for me. And yeah, I think our styles will gel, so be a good fight.
Thanks, Sean. For me, potentially the fight of the night, John Harding Jr. against Jack Cullen. John, again, you come from a background in boxing where you have to take the opportunities when they're there. When this fight was offered to you, it wasn't even a split second when you considered this fight and a big chance for your career on Friday.
No, definitely. No, I want to thank everyone for coming out and God for this situation I'm in now. Even from the last time I was out there, my messages and support that I got, people were touched from my story and from my progression. I'm ever so thankful. Well, when this opportunity came, I said yes straight away. And they said it was Jack. I looked at him, I said yes, I can take it. Yeah, it just fits so right with the situation in my life and the story. You know, someone that's more experienced than me, more facts, me coming in, taking his crown and winning, it will fit so right for me. So I just feel fired up at being the underdog right now, hearts blazing, ready to war, bring the war to Zora. I'm just ready to go in there, full band blazing. So just Friday night, everyone stayed up and loaded. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be war.
What's it going to take to beat Jack Cullen? Like you say, more experience than you, probably box at a slightly higher level as well. Going to have a lot of support there in the arena on Friday night. How do you beat Jack Cullen?
It's my heart. It's my heart. With the pain and everything I've been through to get to this point. Everything from when I was in those cells, everything from when you know, during time when my mum passed away, everything. There was no greater pain than that. So he's going to feel all of that when it comes out, coming that ring Friday night. I'm coming, I will be new English middleweight champion.
Jack, certainly got a pumped up opponent. Due to fight Felix Cash for the Commonwealth title in Manchester, had a couple of week delay on that, and now defending your title, not far from home. Good support for you, important fight for your career.
Yeah, really important. Obviously, I'm just glad that John Harding Jr. took this fight. But I am the English middleweight champion, and I'm staying the English middleweight champion. So facts.
The Felix Cash fight, obviously one that you want as well, but can't overlook John Harding in this fight. Got a good team of people, trained hard for this fight. Do you feel that you're a level above John?
I mean, I've trained hard, so it doesn't matter who you fight. As long as you train hard, you put the time and effort in, I can beat anyone. So I'm ready to make that.
And finally, I've seen a lot of people harassing me online and social media. You've got a lot of support and a lot of people coming up on Friday for the show. Obviously a Friday fight other than a Saturday fight, sometimes a little bit difficult, but still a lot of support for you in the arena on Friday.
Yeah, a lot of fans. I was up from the beginning, so yeah, it's going to be a good night.
Look forward to that. John Harding Jr. against Jack Cullen for the English middleweight title. Now on to the main event. I can't wait for this fight. People debating it online. Youth against experience. I mean, just the perfect mix of styles in this fight, and the perfect mix in terms of crossroads fight for both of these guys. Brian, we'll start with you. Welcome. Deja vu. Spent a lot of time working on fights together when you were coming through. One thing that I've noticed, particularly is the post you put up this morning, the shape that you were in, probably career best shape for this fight.
I'm in the shape of my life. I'm bigger and making the weight better. I mean, I'm not made weight yet, but I know tomorrow it's easy. I'm on weight now, so I'm in peak condition. It hasn't made me a great fight. I respect Fowler and his team. You know, we've spent a bit of time out there together, and I like David Colwell and what he's done with the lads. He's done a great job. They're actually friends of mine. So
It's nothing personal, it's just business, and he's looking to get his career back on track, and I'm looking to revive mine, and there's no doubt in my mind I'll be reviving mine.
What was the moment that sort of made you think, no, I'm not done yet? You know, you've achieved a lot in the game. You know, you had the big fights, the wins against Carson Jones, obviously you boxed Demetrius Andre for the world title, number of defences of the British title, a big final eliminator win against Javier Marcel, remember that night. What was within you that said, no, I feel as though I still have a lot to offer in this game, and gave you that drive to get in the kind of shape that you're in now?
Well, outside, I just wanted no regrets. You know, I didn't want to finish my career on the loss of Jack Harfield. He was one of my best friends, you know. I didn't want that to happen, so there was no regrets. And I went to America, and going to America changed my life. I got pushed to limits that I didn't even know what could go. I'm doing things now that I couldn't even do at 24, 25. So for me, 2 or 3 years ago, it could have been a good fight, but now it's got me at the wrong time. And it sounds mad because I'm 34, and I know Anthony thinks that it's got me at the right time because I'm a little bit older, and people can come past it, but I honestly believe it's getting me at the wrong time. I'm in the shape of my life. Like I said, I'm doing things in sparring in the gym that I've never done before.
Is it the experience that beats Anthony Fowler on Friday for you?
I think in the end, experience is what will tell in the fight. But like I say, it's got the makings of a great fight. I know I'm going to get hit. I'm sure he knows he's going to get hit. So it's going to be a great fight. But yeah, in the end, I think the experience will take its toll, and that's what will win me the fight.
Anthony, big pressure fight for you, and I think coming off the Scott Fitzgerald fight, you didn't want any step backwards. This fight was offered to you. You just snapped it straight away. You and Dave Caldwell. These are the fights that you want to be in, and you want to put that last fight and that defeat right ASAP.
Yeah, obviously last fight I learned a harsh lesson about going in 2 points, but you can kind of go for a knockout rather than a win, so I learned a lot that night, and it was grateful to have a great fight with the way. Couldn't think of nothing worse than watching some journal 6 rounds after the first and half fight, and it was all too easy, so I think Ryan said the respect there, he's a great fighter, he's a great career, but I do believe it was my time. I walked to this fight knowing that I did every little ounce of strength I've got for 15 weeks of training yards. So I've studied tapes, I've watched that last fight about 10 times, you know, it kills me to watch it. I've watched the mistakes, I've learned that. I know this fight that I'm at my best, so whatever happens because I'll give it 100%.
Obviously being involved in such tough fights early in your career like the Fitzgerald fight and like this are so valuable in terms of your development. Like you could have 10 easy fights. What have you learned the most from that Fitzgerald defeat, and how have you taken that into positivity moving into this fight?
Yeah, just completely underestimated Scott. I obviously boxing before as an amateur, and I watched his whole career, and I wasn't impressed. I didn't think he was capable of performing, so I just thought to be a routine win. I probably didn't be the now fight was, and obviously got the shock in my hand, got proved wrong, so I've learned not to underestimate no one. I'm literally prepared for the best Brian Rose that ever been, I'm still prepared for that fighter, I'm prepared to beat that fighter.
Finally, a win on Friday would, I'm sure it wouldn't eradicate the pain of the Scott Fitzgerald fight, but it would put you right back on track, a title, a big win in your home city, and would really move you straight back into contention in the big fight.
Yeah, obviously that's the beat still there. I haven't slept for 15 weeks, I've been thinking, you know what, I need to win this fight more than anything. I've just been on my mind, constantly I need to win, no matter what, so I've been real stressed for this fight, and this fight is one more step closer to a rematch, which I'm desperately want.
Thank you guys. It's a cracking fight. Brian Rose against Anthony Fowler. Number of great fights on this card, some great talent as well. Do not miss Friday night at the Echo Exhibition Centre. A great card. Weigh-in tomorrow as well. Friday night, the doors open around 5 PM. Main event in the ring around 10:30. We're going to have photos up here now.